it's important for the bigger platforms to put on the smaller artists and give them an opportunity, give them a platform.
What does music mean to me? Music is everything, man.
Music is my life.
Music to me is therapy.
GUAP and UD Talent putting on an event like this, an opportunity like this, is so important.
There are so many exciting things happening in the music scene and just the art scene as a whole in London, and you don't want that to be overlooked.
GUAP Next is a platform which essentially showcases emerging talent. So we had Isaiah St. Jean, Elsa, Lesia, Bina, Dessiree, Atlas Azure, and Khalil, Madovi.
What do I do with all this pain? Where's my punching bag for the rage? Pop into IKEA to buy a closet for my shame, because I've been carrying this baggage, man. It's time I took a break. My name is Lesia. I'm from East London, born and raised. So yeah, I've been in East London my whole life. I don't want to be cliche, but I do pride myself on my versatility because I grew up with so many different musical influences. I feel like you can still hear that in my music today.
I think my love for music comes from just a very young age of always being able to be around it. I was lucky to see live music when I was younger, make music with my friends, playing piano and guitar at a very young age. So I even kept it up. I was a very stubborn child.
You know, getting the yeses in an industry where you are quite used to hearing no's for a long time and then finally getting those yeses. I always see every yes as a step in the right direction on the journey, basically.
I've always been a fan of GUAP and what they're doing and how they innovate in the space that they exist in.
When I heard I was officially selected, yeah, I was excited. My first thoughts were, I bet my cousin Khalil's on this as well. I think it was important for GUAP to do something like this because I feel like in the creative industry as well, collaboration is so important.
Collaboration's cold because no matter how much you understand your process, no matter how wise or clever you may be as an artist, like there is nothing that can inform things as quickly as another perspective.
It is really important to be around people, and I think a lot of the music industry and making it in the music industry is being able to network and being given the opportunity to be in spaces with loads of creatives.
Myself and Jade went to Ghana end of December 2022, and there we saw like a range of Black songwriting camps that are taking place. Then I think when the opportunity to work with UD came up, Ibrahim suggested the idea of that us kind of like doing our own songwriting camp, but in the UK with emerging talent. And so yeah, we made it happen.
My name was Buki, also known as YCub. I'm a music producer. So the idea of the camp really was just to have everyone come together, put their different ideas together. I feel like in the UK, we need to do more of these kind of writing camps, and people need to start doing it more on a horizontal level where it's like, okay, cool, like here's a dope artist that I like, here's some dope producers. Let's just book a matching or studio for the week. Okay, maybe not matching because it's expensive, but like let's book a studio for a week. I just come together and just try and write as much as we can, even if we don't put out the songs, just to get your mental juices just flowing.
Pretty much everyone in that room, I was already fans of their work. So in a lot of ways, I was just happy to be there.
Most of the people in the room I actually hadn't met for the first time. When we listened to everyone's music before the session actually started, I think that was really cool because it just kind of helped me to understand everybody from a different perspective. Like, you know everyone's name and know how their day has been, you know a bit about them. But then it's like you listen to their music and it's like, it's thick, like.
Yeah, the first day was awesome. I mean, all the days were awesome, but the first day in particular was definitely great because, we had a little icebreaker at the start just to introduce ourselves, and people played unreleased music, which I'm still blown away by some of the tracks I heard. That was like the inception of what we ended up making, and it was everyone's styles and ideas just kind of being birthed.
It's sick because we all have distinct approaches.
I think seeing everyone's creative process was really, really interesting for me. Some people were quite insular in how they created, whilst other people were very ready to do anything in the open.
This is the process, you get me? So you see how shuku shuku, shakara shakara is given? But don't worry, this is what we do to build to where we want to be, you get what I'm saying? This is process.
I think something about writing camps is it can either go really well or it can go not so well.
you can sometimes get a bit like, what's the word? You might be a bit weary of opening up your creative process to contribute to a group idea.
My name's Azure. I was born in London. I grew up in Birmingham. I've seen a lot of death in my life, and I have to process that through my art. Like, if I'm on my own, I'm probably going to be a little bit more creative because I'll grab the mic and I'm more willing to make weirder sounds or stretch my voice more. Whereas if I'm in the studio and I'm with other creatives that I also respect and we're limited by time, I'm going to try and not bust a mad note or do something too outside of the constraints of collaboration.
I don't need nobody. I'm good on my lonely. I said I'm all alone, can you see that? I was really pleasantly surprised by how everybody's different tastes in music came together and we made this really cool song.
A week does feel like a bit of a short time frame to make a song and then perform that song in front of however many people. Like, it definitely does feel like a short time frame. But at the end of the day, man, it's a bit of pressure, but I think sometimes pressure makes diamonds. You know, when you put 5 talented people in a room together, you know, some magic is definitely going to be made.
It takes a lot of willpower to keep pushing.
But I still understand that this is a journey, so I've never lost my faith in the journey, even though I've been doing it for a long time.
There does need to be more opportunities for
up-and-coming artists in general.
It's a blessing to have a stage where you have people who have never performed before and people who have been performing for the past 10 years.
My name is Dessiree. I'm from North London, born and raised.
It was really reassuring meeting all the other artists.
You know, we had a lot of conversations in between, and it was like, oh wow, and you go through the same things that I'm going through. Well, I'm not bugging here. Like, you know, this is just the journey that we're all on.
I think for artists that are like earlier on in their journeys, especially when it comes to performing,
When we share music with people in real physical space, in real time, like, that's a very special process that can't be matched. So you got to know how to punch above your weight when you're in that arena.
Looking back, I'm glad I had that experience because now, being in that environment, I can consider how to play it best.
Being in a space with different creatives just kind of helped me to put my artistry in context.
I love it. I think I thrive in creative spaces and being around creatives, not just musicians, but the whole shebang, like from start to finish.
I think the next GUAP NEXT songwriting camp will definitely be bigger.
It was really easy just being around cool people, but also people who enjoy music.
I do think more opportunities with big platforms putting on artists that are on the come up is definitely important.
And I think that so many people would benefit from having an opportunity to collaborate with such diverse talent.
Fam, there's so much sick talent out there that environments like this, when done correctly, can really shine. So yeah, man, it should definitely be a thing that continues and that continues to grow for sure.